Good afternoon, boys and girls. Miss Demetrian here. I'm going to be coming to you each week through videos to help you with your math lessons. I'm going to be introducing the lesson to you, discussing the objective with you, and also giving you strategies that will help you at home. These videos won't just help you, but they'll also help your moms and dads and parents and guardians to know what you're working on this week. So this week you're doing lesson 19, which is subtract within 5. In this lesson, children explore real-world or story situations that involve taking away one part of a group and determining how many are left. At the end of this lesson, you'll be able to describe subtraction situations shown in a picture, cross out pictures to represent taking away. I have 3 balloons here and I crossed off 2, which shows I'm taking them away. And then connect those pictures with a subtraction equation and complete that equation to record results of subtraction. 3 minus 2 equals 1. That equation is for that picture above. So these are the things you'll be able to do at the end of this week's lesson. So we're going to get started. I'm going to start off with a story problem here. The story problem says that Adam has 4 markers. He gives 1 to his sister. How many markers does Adam have left for himself? So the first thing I need to do when I see a story problem is I need to ask myself, what is this story talking about? I know that this is about markers, and I know that it's about a boy named Adam who has 4 markers and he gives 1 marker away. I need to know how many markers he's going to have left after he does that. So you can use any objects in your house to help you with subtraction this week. For this problem, I'm going to use 4 markers. So I have 4 markers here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I know in my story problem that he gives one of those markers away to his sister. So the amount that's in my hand right now, that's how many are left after he gives that 1 marker away. So I'm going to count how many are in my hands. 1, 2, 3. I know that Adam has 3 markers left for himself. Now there's a couple of different ways that I can say this. I can say that 4 take away 1 is 3, or I can write it as an equation down here. 4 minus 1 equals 3. I have a sample story problem here for you so that you can practice these at home this week. So this says, there were blank, take away blank, and now there are blank. So that first sentence here is talking about the total number of objects. The second sentence here is talking about how many objects I'm taking away. And then my last sentence is how many are left over. So now if I was using this for the markers I just had, I would say there were 4 markers, take away 1 marker, and now there are 3 markers. So you can use this for any objects in your house this week. Legos, pennies, cotton balls, dry pasta, anything you have at home, you can use this story problem here to help you practice that subtraction at home. Now I'm going to show you another strategy and another way that you're going to see subtraction this week in one of your sessions. So here's another story problem. It says Peter blew up 5 balloons. 2 balloons popped. How many balloons are left? So again, I'm going to ask myself, what is this story problem about? Well, I know the story problem is about balloons, and I know that there's a boy Peter who blew up 5 of them, and sadly 2 of them popped. So now I need to figure out how many are left. So you could solve this problem using objects in your home like we did with the last problem, or another strategy is drawing a picture. So I'm going to show you what that would look like. You can draw 5 balloons and cross off 2 of them. That shows the 2 that popped. Now, what's left over after those 2 pop are the 3 that I've circled here. Those are the 3 balloons that are left. And I can say that as 5 take away 2 is 3, or 5 minus 3 equals 2. Now, you don't have to be an artist to use this strategy. You could also use a 5 frame and just draw circles. So here I have the same problem with the balloons, just shown in a different way. So here it says 5 take away 2 is 3, or 5 minus 2 equals 3. So here's my 5 frame with my 5 balloons, with my 2 that popped here crossed off. So this is another way that you can solve subtraction. Now later on in the session of the lesson this week, you're going to see some 5 frames that don't have story problems connected to them, so I want to show you some examples of those. So let's look at this first one. So I have a 5 frame here, and I have 3 red circles. Those are the 3 circles that I start with. That's my original group of objects. The cross off here, the X's, show what's being taken away. So I can see here that 2 are being taken away. And the red dot that has no cross on it, that's what's left over. So that's my leftover here. So I would say 3 minus 2 equals 1. So here's another example down here. So again, the first number is how many total objects I start with. So I started with 4 red circles, so that's where my 4 comes from. And I see there is 1 X here, which means that that 1 number here is being crossed off. So there's where the 1 is. And the 3 dots that are left over, that's my 3 right there. So 4 minus 1 equals 3. So you're going to be seeing problems like this later on in your session. Now another strategy or thing that you could do at home would be to draw yourself a blank 5 frame, which is just a box with 5 slots in it, and then use pennies. So I have some pennies here that you could use on your slot that you could just fill in and then physically take them away, and that will help you too. So I hope that helped, and I want to leave you with my email address. It's DemetrianK@springfieldpublicschools.com. Please email me with any questions, comments, concerns, anything that you have this week while you're working on this lesson. And I will see you next week for lesson 20. All right, talk to you soon.